What's up?
What up?
So, today is January. It's motherfucking Thursday. January the 23rd, 2025.
Right.
Check it out. Small victories.
Celebrating small victories.
It's important to celebrate the small victories.
Definitely is.
Why? What does that mean? Well, here's an idea of what it is to celebrate a small victory. Here's one in my personal life. I recently just got my certification as a behavior therapist, a registered behavior therapist.
Wow.
You know, I had no excuse not to do it. I actually had a bunch of excuses that I could have came up with to not do it. But the point is, I stuck to it every single day, consistently. Doing a little bit more and more, just so I can, understand it more, pass the test. And now it feels like it was worth it, because at least my life is going in a different direction, a new direction. I'm getting some new momentum, new opportunities are coming my way. So we're celebrating that.
For sure.
I love to celebrate the small victories. The small victories are the ones that build to large victories. But if you can't celebrate the small ones on the way there, it probably won't feel as good.
And you probably won't have the motivation to keep going.
That part. Yeah. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. We're celebrating another small victory. I mean, really, when you think about it, we got several small victories to be celebrating.
Right.
It's important to celebrate the small victories along the journey, because I know you guys may have heard this before, but they said the journey is really where it's at. It seems like the end game, right? The destination will be the prize. Really think about how many times you pursued something. Hopefully you are out there pursuing shit that's greater than yourself. But if you're doing that, you're in the pursuit of something awesome. The process of that could be it can be grueling. It can be exciting. It's likely going to be all those things. It can be painful. A lot of ups and downs is what I'm saying. There's a lot of different routes that thing might take. But once you get there, is it ever as sweet as or as fun as when you were going there, the journey along there? I don't know. For me, it doesn't seem like it.
Right.
I always get what I want in most cases, and I will say that in my experience, most times, when I get it, I kind of just lose interest in it.
It's never as good as
it's never as good as I thought it was gonna be.
Same way.
I promise, man.
Right.
And so I'm just still learning to just be like, look, bro, I think the fun is when in the journey. So let me just get back to enjoying the journey. I don't know where it's gonna go.
Right. So the best way to enjoy that journey is celebrating each win every single day.
That's right.
On the way to chasing that, chasing that goal.
Yeah.
But really, the goal isn't what you need to be focused on. We talked about this yesterday.
Yeah.
Focus on the journey. And the best way to do that is celebrate each win, every single moment, every single day.
Yeah.
And every day should be a different victory of something. It should be a victory of something. If you're doing it the right way, you should be celebrating a victory every single day, right? Like today was a new victory for us, because we've been consistently shooting these videos to talk to you, to stay connected.
Yeah.
You're not dropping out, but staying connected, staying on that journey. So today is a celebration of that victory. We've got a lot more to do. I'm sure you do too. And if you do, make sure to comment and let us know. What victory did you celebrate today? What victory did you celebrate yesterday? What are the new victories that you're coming into?
What victories do you have to celebrate?
Right.
Think about it.
Right. I'm sure you have some. Take some time to think about it. Comment. Let us know.
Yeah. Shout out to all the twins out there if you're watching.
Twin love.
Twins. Identical
life.
Twins. All the other kind of twins. And multiples too.
For sure.
Yeah. So, with that said, the reason for celebrating these small victories is because it can help you in times of burnout. Sometimes things can get a little monotonous, and we all go through it.
Right.
You get a little burnt out. You celebrate them small victories. That way you don't get overwhelmed. Because the reality is that last victory could be your last. That one victory that day that you celebrated could be your last. You don't know. There's no promises that you're gonna have 100 more. Every more, one more.
Right.
You gotta remember.
Celebrate it like it's your only victory. Like
That's why they call it a present. You know, it's the present.
Right.
The present for a reason. That's the only real gift you ever really got. Tomorrow we don't know about, but we do know right now. We here talking to y'all. We here connecting with y'all. That's what we doing. That's what we do know for sure. That's real.
Right.
The past is already done, and that's not even really real. The future is created through the present. So let's make the most of that. Celebrate each win. Shit, if you got more hours at work, celebrate that shit.
Right.
If you got a couple extra bucks on your check, celebrate that.
If you found $5 on the ground today,
Goddamn right.
celebrate that victory.
If you got a new job, celebrate that for sure. You know, if you're able to quit your job, even better.
Yeah, you got some pussy today. Celebrate that victory.
I wouldn't know nothing about that. It's been a minute for me, but I'm gonna find out soon enough though. I'll be reminded.
Yeah, you know.
But yeah, man.
What kind of victories in your world that you could be celebrating?
That's
is the
right.
point we're trying to make.
Still got my health.
That you should be taking advantage of. You should definitely do that. And I say take advantage of because that's what's going to keep you going forward, like we talked about in the future. That's what's going to help you get to that future of that journey. You know, because I used to always wonder, like when they talk about, you know, don't focus on the prize, and don't focus on the end goal, focus on the journey, you know, because life's a journey and this, you know, everything's a journey. And I'm like, bro, I was confused. Like, how the fuck do I focus on the journey if what I wanted is what I'm going after? Why don't I just focus on that? But I realized, like all the things he just described, burnout and all that other stuff that comes with it, you know, you get unmotivated, you know, you get sidetracked because of you're so focused on something. You know why? Because you focus on something that doesn't even exist, the future. It doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
It doesn't even exist. So you put so much energy into that. That's the reason why you never get there, because you're focused on something that does not exist. It's wasted energy. Put your energy on the moment, because that's the only thing that creates the future. Put that energy into the moment, which is why I say celebrate those victories. Celebrate those victories every single day. That's what's going to get you. That's going to be your fuel to get to that so-called goal, that end goal, that future. That doesn't even exist anyway. It does help as a guide. It does. But I'm just saying, don't waste so much energy on it like I did. Don't be like me. Okay? Don't be like me. Learn from me.
What was it that you spent so much time on?
So many personal goals. For one, when we first started with our music shit, that was one of the things, you know. The other thing was when I wrote my book, I had an end goal of what I wanted it to do, numbers wise, you know what I'm saying? But now it's clear to me that book was only a small part of the bigger journey. Right. You know, so that was just a small part of that. And it has its place and it has its value. But so many other things that I've done, you know, with Rad Thought, those of you know who used to fuck with Rad Thought, a brand that I started, that, you know what I mean? But even then, just a small part of a bigger goal, a bigger journey, you know. And I missed out on a lot of celebrations of those victories. A lot of victories that I had along that way, but I never celebrated them because all I could think about was, no, but I want to be at this number yet. I need to be at this number yet. So I never celebrated, and said it was a miserable experience because the whole time all I could think about was ahead instead of thinking about what about right now though. You're having a great time. You're being successful. You're making money. You're doing your dream. You know, you're being creative. But I couldn't focus on. I never focused on that. All I could see was the future, and in turn, I was never really that happy while doing it.
Yeah.
So it ruined a great experience, you know. So learn from me, enjoy every moment, and celebrate every single win. And if you're doing it right, you'll have a win every single day.
And just because you don't necessarily gain financial wealth or any physical shit,
it's only one measure of success.
It's only a measure of success. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, it's really doesn't mean it's not a win.
Right.
A win can mean you learned something today.
Right.
Now that's value to your situation. That's a win. There's lots of different ways to win.
Right.
Don't get stuck on money or praise and shit like that, because if that's what you're waiting on, good luck. But it's best to just celebrate each gain, any type of gain you have that you get. That's a win.
Yeah, and another way to see it is sometimes you may have to change your perspective to be able to see it.
Yeah.
Because what somebody defines outside of you, your family, your friends, we talk about that too.
Yeah.
They might define success one way, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's success for you.
Right.
You got to define your success. what success means for you, define it. You know, and I bet you start to realize, damn, I guess maybe I'm already successful. That's what I did.
Right.
Like, well, fuck, maybe I am already successful. Depending how you define it.
Here's the thing. There's different levels to success too. You know, just be comfortable with your level at the moment. That's your level. That's your unique way of being successful. As long as you're being real with yourself and really going for it, that's a success. Today may have been a great day at work. That's successful. One success leads to another success. It is a snowball effect. That's why consistency is important. That's why it's important to celebrate each win, because each one you celebrate leads to the next one. That's how attraction works. One type of energy attracts another, the same type of energy, whatever that is.
But very similar.
Yeah, or a similar one.
Right. And it builds on top of each
And
other.
it builds, right. So, in other words, if you want success, celebrate success, you'll get more success, whatever it is you're doing.
Say that again.
If you want more success, celebrate more success, and you'll eventually attract more success.
Real shit.
Don't get caught up in one way of what success means, because you'll lose sight, you'll get distracted, and you won't even notice the signs that you're getting there.
Right.
Because
you get frustrated.
Yeah, you get
When
frustrated.
the fuck am I ever gonna get there?
Right.
You know, I don't see it. It's not happening. You know.
Yeah, one-track minded.
Telling you, I did all this, so I know. You know.
I think, in my opinion, it's best to stay flexible on that journey. You know, whatever that goal you're pursuing, stay flexible, because, like I said, sometimes the shit can be twists and turns, a lot of little plots and shit, little turns and stories changing and shit. You know, detours. You gotta know how to roll with it, man. You gotta know how to notice when the things are changing too. You gotta know sometimes when to turn it up, sometimes when to turn it down.
Right. You gotta pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Keep your eyes open.
I used to do that a lot. I used to be very extreme in that way. Once I pick a route, I go full throttle. And I didn't know when to slow down. I still do sometimes. I still have to know when to slow down.
You gotta know when to readjust.
I hurt myself so many different times, so many different ways.
Recalibrate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Recalibrate.
That's what we gotta do on this journey.
Yeah.
You know, I have to do a lot of that.
I guess another way to say that is adjust your energy, you know?
Yeah.
Adjust your energy. We do it all the time anyway. We're not even aware of it.
About to say that. You're gonna do it either way. The universe will make sure that you do it. Thing is, you want to be conscious of it, so where you're consciously doing it, you know? That way you're doing it more efficiently.
Yeah.
You want to be conscious of it, you know? Yeah. But, yeah. Major part of this conversation is about, like I said, celebrating the wins, though.
For sure.
Every day.
Yeah. Another reason to celebrate the wins is because in the process of doing that, you may gain more information or new skills, or, you know, more inspiration. You know, inspiration comes through happiness, through celebration.
Right.
You know, that's how inspiration comes to you. It's hard. It doesn't necessarily come to you when you're angry or in a low vibration. You know, when you're high state of excitement, that's when the inspiration comes. So that's another reason to celebrate.
Right.
Because you may get new information on how to grow your business.
Yeah, definitely.
Whatever it is you got going on.
Definitely happened for me a lot, for sure. And just saying this is a reminder, because, like I said, there's a lot of times still I see there's opportunity for wins that I'm not celebrating, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But you just reminded me of that.
Yeah, man, it's just a huge psychological shift that happens once your mind and your heart become aligned into that energy of celebration, of just success. You know, it's more of a feeling than anything. So if you get in that feeling and stay there as long as you can, man, you'll get more of it. And there's no one way to get there. There's plenty of different ways to get there.
Yeah.
You know, you just got to lock in.
No doubt. So with all this that we've talked about so far, take a moment to think about what are the wins that you've experienced today. You know, what are the wins that you received today?
Yeah.
Or what are the wins you got yesterday?
Let us know in the comments.
What wins are you looking forward to? Let us know in the comments.
Quit acting scared, man.
And make sure to like and subscribe too. Subscribe to our channel, because this is the only way to really stay updated on everything that we're doing is through the subscription.
Sure.
So make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, subscribe, you know, and let us know, comment, because this is why we're doing what we're doing, to stay connected with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a major thing I've been wanting to talk about is learning how to recognize those wins. And how do you celebrate them? That's a good question. I want to know, how do you celebrate those wins? what's a positive way to celebrate those wins?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because sometimes that celebration can lead to things that'll knock you off your game as well. You know, you gotta be careful with that, right?
Yeah.
I've done that celebration. Sometimes you can celebrate too much.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? Celebrate too much, and you're unfocused all of a sudden. You know.
Yeah.
So while we're talking about celebrating those wins, how do you celebrate the right way? How do you do it personally? I want to know. Comment. Some of my ways of celebrating those wins is, first of all, make sure that I do it in a healthy way, right? Like, I used to do it where, you know, I drink a lot and go party or whatever, but that's without even saying, you know, how unproductive that can be, right? So I decided not to do it that way anymore these days. Sometimes I still do, drink some champagne, but not nothing major. But some of the best productive ways to do it is just continue on the journey, continue doing what you were doing. Let that be your motivation to go even harder, you know? That's the way to celebrate it still. Is going, oh, look at the success I had yesterday. Well, I'm gonna go even harder today now. That's a way to celebrate it still.
Yeah.
And it's still productive, you know what I'm saying? It still keeps you in the game
True.
without knocking you off. You let that be that. Channel that energy into the next situation.
It only adds to your momentum.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It adds to your momentum.
Yeah.
You know.
So that's one good way to celebrate. What do you think is another positive way to celebrate?
You could one positive way to celebrate is through just relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
Just simply recouping.
Right, that's a good way. You're right.
It sounds simple, but it's overrated.
Simplest ones
you
are the
gain
best.
so much. You know, one thing I'm starting to learn to do, like on that subject of learning when to relax, you gain so much more when you do.
Right.
You gotta heal, you gotta recover from things. Like, good
Exactly.
example, like I had a bad habit. Once I started getting in my groove, start working out and shit, and get consistent with it, start getting gains. So then I started going too hard, trying to be like, oh yeah, now I'm really gonna do it.
Right.
You know. But the smarter move is to chill for like more than maybe even 2 or 3 days. You know what I mean? Because what I learned was when I take those rests, best about 2 or 3 days, I feel like, oh, I'm getting lazy. I gotta get back on it.
Right.
But when I get back on it, I'm way stronger.
Right.
I actually gain that much more
So
because
you-
I allowed myself to rest and recoup.
Right.
So you get more gains in that process.
Right. So really, you actually gain more by taking a step back sometimes, or taking a pause.
Yeah,
right?
man. Yeah.
Because I used to battle with that as well. It's like, I feel like if I stop, I'm gonna lose. But really, in the long run, you gain more by taking a step back sometimes.
You really do,
Taking
man.
a pause. That's true.
That's something I'm just recently learning, man.
That's
Because,
true.
like I said before, because I'm so passionate, I go too hard and I don't know when to chill.
Right.
I just go in that one zone.
Right.
You know,
Right.
that can be detrimental eventually.
Right.
So once again,
That reminds me of something Dad said about us, about our personalities. Like, you guys, thing is that one of these days you guys gonna have to learn how to keep a balance, because he said that you guys are you're kind of like an extremist in that way.
Hell
You
yeah.
either go one way or the other. You go hard one way or you go hard the other way.
always have, man.
But you never really have kept a balance, and he was right, you know.
Pisces, man, we gotta learn that balance.
Right.
You know, that's literally what the
Especially
symbol
the-
represents.
Libras, I'm pretty sure you guys deal with that as well.
Yeah, and them crazy ass Geminis.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I hope this is really connecting with y'all, man, because we go through all types of shit every day, just as human beings, and we're just coming up with insights that we come across, you know. I hope that we really can connect on this shit. I know we're not the only people out here going through stuff, going through everyday life, you know what I mean? But at the core of it all is about growth.
Right.
We talk about this all the time. You're gonna go through shit, that's automatic. So what? Just grow from it.
Right.
Use the shit you're going through.
Yeah, don't miss that opportunity to grow.
Yeah.
Don't go through it for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Don't go through it in vain.
Yeah.
Make sure you gain something from it. So the best you can do is always make sure you're growing from whatever situation it is. And I mean whatever situation.
Yeah.
You know? Sometimes you gotta change your perspective on it, but make sure you grow from it. Make sure you grow from it. Make sure you gain something from that. Right? Yeah. Like,
Celebrate them small victories, man. They do count.
right.
Don't take it for granted. Like I said before, that may be the last one you got. You don't know. So, whatever it is, find something to celebrate because you deserve it. You made it this far, and it's your win. Your win's unique to you. So don't take it for granted. Celebrate that shit, whatever it is.
Yeah, don't forget. Keep going. Stay consistent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stay real. Stay honest.
Stay balanced.
And keep love ahead of everything.
Put love first. Yeah.
Keep going, man.
Yeah.
Keep
So,
going.
just want to say, man, thank you for being here. I love y'all. appreciate you. I love myself. Love yourself for yourself.
Okay, cool.
All right.